We have specialized in finding these gems that are parked somewhere for no good reason, and that has been a beautiful challenge, because if you look at all the 4 companies that we've done, it's just been that same story, taking these products that were abandoned for one reason or the other, and then seeing if we can rescue them and make them useful.
I knew I wanted to get involved in startups. I didn't know really what that meant, to be honest with you. I mean, you know, I'd been working in big pharma for a long time, and I heard about this CED organization, so I went over and started meeting with people. They said, oh, you know, well, it's great you're in the area. We really are looking for people like you to come in and participate, and, you know, here are 5 or 6 people that you should call, and tell them I told you to call.
I moved back to North Carolina because I had the opportunity to come back here. I lived in Seattle for about 3 years, but one of my first visits was to CED to really figure out, how do I do this? I've never, I want now to have my own company, and how do I do it? So I visited the group at CED and was talking to network to find out who is who, what's going on, what kind of help can I get.
I have to tell this story.
Oh,
right,
yeah,
so
go ahead.
Moise had an acquaintance that he took a class at CED, the startup class, and Moise had talked to him about, you know, I'm starting this company, it's called Adrenex, we're looking at ADHD, and then a couple of days later I had lunch with the same guy, and I said, hey, I've got a background in ADHD commercial, and he said, I got this guy you need to meet. I sent an email, and like 2 seconds later my email came back, and it was Moise, and he said, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. And I should have known at that point that I was in for a really fast ride. So, you know, we were in survival mode for the first, you know, almost the entire first company. But you know, that's part of being an entrepreneur, is figuring out a pathway when one door gets shut. You've got to find another door to go through.
We thought we had a great story, and we would show up and people would listen, nod their heads, smile, and be happy, but then nobody would give us a penny. So
yeah, we didn't have the background or the track record, or frankly the portfolio that was talking to these people, and so we had to come up with a different strategy that, you know, kind of following the playbook of everyone else who kind of goes the venture capital route was just not going to work for us.
In an environment like ours, you never have the resources to do quote unquote the right thing all the time. You have to take chances, and so we've taken chances that left other people scratching their heads.
We have an approach which I think is a little bit different than most companies. Moise had mentioned that all of our products are really from the land of misfit toys. I mean, no one wants them. And so we have to figure out, in the amount of time and effort that we can make, can we actually create a story that's going to be compelling for an eventual buyer, a partner, a larger pharmaceutical company. So we spend a lot of time turning that project around a lot of different angles.
Most of the products we've worked on, not all of them, some have failed, but most of the products have worked to where we were able to successfully exit 3 companies in a row and reward our investors and produce products that will be useful for patients.
These companies, you know, when you're an entrepreneur, you know, that you're really the lifeblood of it, and so you get to do what you enjoy and make a difference, and, you know, I can't imagine really doing anything else.
It is very risky, but then the rewards are just way overcompensate you for all the fears and the dread that you had when you first started.